What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the opinionated hippie. This is I don't know, it's a part 7 maybe of my reviewing and then ranking cover albums of Frank Zappa, other people covering Frank Zappa's music. And today we have sweet little band Babies Go Frank Zappa. This is exactly what I was hoping I would find when I started doing cover albums of Frank Zappa's music. Not bands covering rock songs or, classical ensembles, as someone pointed out in a comment, trying to like beef it up and do rock stuff. No, no, no. I wanted something fresh and unique, maybe simple. But what this is, no idea who Sweet Little Band is. Did not a lot of internet research, but tried to find something about the band. Could find nothing on the internet about this band. This is something I just came across on YouTube Music. Put in Frank Zappa, put in albums, and just kept scrolling down or scrolling up. And then this little thing popped up. First off, that cover, I mean, genius, right? Absolute genius cover right there. And what this is I'm pretty sure it's one person. And I'm pretty sure they did the entire thing like on their iPad, probably. Kind of reminds me of back in, I think, like 2012, about 10, 12 years ago, the Gorillaz did an entire album, or what's his name, did an entire album on an iPad. Like he was like, that was the big deal. That was the point he was advertising. And it's a pretty good album. This is nowhere near as ambitious as The Fall, that Gorillaz album. But it sounds like the guy just programmed beats, and then either literally every song is just the Zappa song programmed with the most basic drum beats, what sounds like a fake electric piano, some nice percussion sounds that are used very wisely. But that's it. It's all instrumental. It's meant for babies. It's a really soft, babyish sound, like it sounds like nursery rhymes, but it's Zappa songs. It's like 20 minutes long. There's only 7 songs, and they're all pretty interesting, and 2 of them are fantastic. I can't say it's the most challenging thing in the world, but the first time I heard it, okay, it starts off with Bobby Brown. That's the first track, an instrumental version of Bobby Brown. So you don't get the lyrics, you just get that awesome melody. And it's a weird song to introduce your babies to, because if you I don't know if you could buy this as a CD. I mean, you can download it, but eventually they're going to maybe like, what was that thing my parents used to play me? Oh, Babies Go Frank Zappa. I'm going to check out this Bobby Brown song. And then the second song is Willie the Pimp, which is the title, Willie the Pimp. So it's interesting that you would introduce your baby, maybe toddler, maybe 5-year-old who one day is going to read this thing he's been listening to, or she's been listening to since she's a baby, and go, Willie the Pimp. What does that mean? But it literally, it's just this really simple, basic, all sounds like it's programmed on a garage band or something, interpretations of these songs. And it just made me really, really happy for reasons I really don't know. Like, not reinventing anything on here, not really trying to like go crazy, but in only addressing the melodic instruments and and like the bass lines and stuff, there are some really interesting moments. So Bobby Brown is really interesting. Willie the Pimp is really interesting. It's the Hot Rats like full versions. When we get to like the vocals before the guitar solo, we got some interesting like sort of instruments kind of going back and forth with those ideas. And we get a Joe's Garage, which is kind of sweet. We got a really nice Camarillo Brillo, which is fun. But then one of the highlights, I think, is the Montana. The Montana just works for me. It works. It's a great song to do this to. It's just, again, all of this stuff just highlights the simple melodies of Frank Zappa, or just the catchy melodies of Frank Zappa, and does nothing present them in like the most basic terms. But it works, and it's just gentle feeling, and it's just, I don't know, good. It's just really good. Then we get a Muffin Man, which is the one that feels a little, I don't know, because it's like da na 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 na. Like it's just maybe a little too drawn out, but it's an interesting, not interpretation, but an interesting, what is the word I'm using? It's not interpreting it because it really isn't interpreting. It's just presentation of the song. But the highlight, the closing track, by far is Nanook Rubs It. It has this repeating riff of that guitar, the dun 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 dun, that part, or that's not what it is, but whatever that dun 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 part that keeps repeating, it just kind of keeps repeating throughout it, and it works. It makes it feel like this weird little, like, I don't know, like almost just, it makes it feel different than it is. It almost doesn't sound like Nanook because it's taking what is kind of a background like idea in the song, buried under the vocals, and just makes it really dominant and up front in the music. So it lends it a totally different vibe, a really cool vibe. Um, and yeah, like I don't have much more to say about this album because it's 20 minutes. I'm sure it's just one person doing it on an iPad. I'm sure, like, I'm filming this on an iPad. I bet on GarageBand I could do something like this. Um, but it's just the use of the sounds, the nice fake percussion elements, the choice of songs. It all just works really, really well. It's not gonna it's not gonna challenge you. It's not gonna, I don't know, it might just make you really, really, really happy. And if you have kids or babies and you want them to like maybe fall asleep or play to some really good instrumental Frank Zappa music, this is the thing. So yeah, I did find out somehow, I've never heard of this band, but they have a whole bunch of other stuff. Apparently, their Babies Go Radiohead is really good. I read on Amazon.com. They have a whole bunch of other bands that they do. They go Babies Go, The Cure is out there. Maybe you're familiar with Babies Go. I don't know how I've missed this my whole life, especially teaching kindergarten. This might be some good background music to play in the class. But anyways, I really, really enjoyed it. Again, it's not going to blow your mind. It's not going to challenge you. It's not going to anyway, like, it's not doing anything to Frank. It's just taking the Frank's music and putting it into simplified form. That's it. Where would I rank it? Yeah, this is where we're going to have problems. I understand. But I'm putting it in number 4 right now. I'm putting it above Zappa's Universe. I'm putting it above, frankly, Acapella, The Persuasions. I'm putting it above the Jam Band tribute to Frank Zappa. Do those other things have moments which are maybe better than this? Yeah, 100% they do. That Get a Little on Jam Band is great. Frankie Acapella, the voices are fantastic. The arrangements are fantastic. Zappa's Universe, Mike Kennedy's energy is fantastic throughout. No complaints. But this made me so happy and was such a weird, unpleasant little surprise. I only discovered it like 2 days ago. I've listened to it way too many times for like a 50 plus year old man to be listening to Babies Go Frank Zappa. But it's made me really, really, really happy. So I have to reward it. It might fall later. Like as time goes by, I might drop it. I reserve the right to like drop it down when I come to my senses. But right now, it's just bringing me immense joy. And I highly recommend you check it out. And I'm going to go down a rabbit hole and check out a whole bunch of sweet little band things, and see what else this person, whoever it is offering up with other songs. But check it out. It's 20 minutes long. It's fun. And if the first one bores you, go to Nanook and check out Nanook, because I really think that's almost a piece of art that stands apart from Zappa. That's just absolutely fantastic. That sort of presentation of that song. But yeah, that's all I got. Love to know your thoughts on this if you check it out. But yeah, comment, subscribe, like, and go listen to sweet little band Babies Go Frank Zappa, people. If it just doesn't make you smile, then I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. It made me smile. I'm still smiling just thinking about it. But that's all I got. Peace. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Babies Go Frank Zappa. Babies Go Frank Zappa.